Hi viewers, so today we will be drawing this object in which all the dimensions which are given over here, they are in inches. So we can see that there is a hole, or actually a hole in each side, and this looks like a wall shape whose thickness is 0.25 as mentioned over here, and over here. Similarly, this thickness of the floor is also 0.25. Similarly, the total height or the maximum height is 1.75, the total length is 3.75, and the width of this object is 1.5. So we will try to draw this object in AutoCAD 3D. So for that we have to open a new file, click on file, click on new, double click on AutoCAD 3D. Now we have to draw this object in the front view first, and then we will try to extrude it by giving it the thickness. Then we will copy this side and this side, so we will have two copies, and then we will try to join each of them with the help of this rectangle. Now these two lines, they are trickier, so we have to take special care while drawing these lines. Now let us go to front view. In this front view we have to draw first these objects by using line command. So let us click on this line command. Let us start from this corner, right? So this corner is 0.75 inch. Click. In this direction we have to give the value of 0.75. enter. Now we have to zoom this object and let us turn on LWT so that we can see this object. The white color line is the line that we have drawn. Now in this negative y direction we have to give the value of the difference between 1.75 and 1.25, which is 0.5, right? So in this direction we have to give the value of 0.5, enter. Then in this direction the value is already given as 0.75, so 0.75, enter. Now in this direction we have to give the value of 1.25, enter. In this positive x direction the total length of the object is 3.75, so 3.75, enter. Now we have to draw a line at an angle of 60 degree, right? So for that let us draw a line of length 3, tab. So the internal angle is 60 over here, and here the angle is taken from the positive x-axis, so this angle should be 120 now. So 120, enter. So this line has been drawn at an angle of 60 degree. Press escape. Now here regarding this line, the only information given is that it is at an angle of 25 degree from the positive x-axis in this direction. So what we will do, we will draw a line, click on line, click on this endpoint. Now in this direction we can give any arbitrary value of the length, let's say 4, tab, but this time this angle should be 25, right? So in this direction the angle is increasing. Let us give the value of 25, enter. Press escape. Now let us find the angles and let us confirm whether the lines that we have drawn at some angles, are they correct or not. So click on this angular icon, click on this line, click on this line, and now we can see that the angle is 60, so that line is correct. Press escape. Click on angular again, this time click on this line and then click on this horizontal line, and let us move the cursor in this direction, and if we click over here we can see that this angle is nothing but 25 degree, right? So click on this dimension and delete it. Now we have to trim the extra objects, so TR, enter, enter. Click on this portion, again this portion, and this portion as well. Press escape. Now we have to draw a circle, so click on this circle, bring the cursor over to this endpoint, track in the negative direction and write the value of minus 1.5, enter. Now the center has been taken. Now we have to give the radius, but in this case the diameter is given as 0.75 For that we have to write D enter and then 0.75 enter. Now we have to move this circle. Click on this circle, click on move icon, click on the center as the base point and move in the upward direction by a distance of 0.75. So give the value of 0.75, press enter. So this circle has been placed correctly. Now go to isometric view, and in this view click on press pull, bring the cursor over to this area, and we can see that nothing is happening, so press pull will not work over here. For this object we have to first create a region now. So click on this region icon, select all the objects, 8 found, press enter. Now 2 regions have been created as can be seen from this command line. Now we have to give the thickness, so for that click on this extrude icon, click on this object, press enter, and in this direction give the value of 0.25, press enter. Similarly, click on extrude, click on this circle now, press enter. In this direction we can add material, and in this direction we will remove material, so just click over to this side of any value. Now we have to subtract this whole area from this first object, so click on this subtract icon. We have to select the solid or region to subtract from, right? So click on this object, now press enter. Now we have to click on the objects which are to be subtracted, so click on this cylinder, press enter, and now we can see a hole over here. We can even use the orbit to visualize. Now click on this front view. Again we can see that this view is not orthographic, so we have to click on view, click on 3D views, click on plane view, click on current UCS, and now we can see that the view is orthographic. Now let's go to isometric view. Let us create a copy of this object, so click on this object, click on copy, select this as the base point and click over here, press escape, go to the front view, and we can see that a copy of this object has been created. Now we have to create this region, the base or the floor region. For that we will use line command, so click on line, click, the thickness is 0.25, so we have to take the value of 0.25, enter. Now in this direction the value should be 3.75, enter, enter to get out of the command. Click on line again, click on this line, and here we can give the value of, let's say, 4. This is arbitrary value because this line will be trimmed later on, so press escape now. Now we have to click on the line icon again, click on this below endpoint, move the cursor in this direction, and this time the angle should be 60 degree. So for that we have to, let's say, give the value of 0.5, tab, and now we have to give the value of the angle, and this angle should be 120, right? So 120, enter, press escape. Now we have to use trim command, tr, enter, click on this area and click on this section as well, press escape. This object is complete. Now we have to create a region, click on this region, select this object, 4 found, press enter. So a region has been created. Now we have to give the thickness, click on isometric view, zoom in, click on this object, click on extrude. Now we can give the thickness, let's give the thickness of 1, press enter. Because 0.25 is this wall, 0.25 is this wall, overall the object has a width of 1.5, so we are left with 1, and that's why 1 value has been given to this width actually. Now we have to draw a rectangle and then extrude that to this surface. So for that we have to select top UCS tool, click on rectangle, click on this corner. Now move the cursor in this direction and we can give the value of 0.25, tab minus 1, enter. So now the rectangle has been formed. Click on press pull, bring the cursor over to this area. We can see that the area has been selected. Click, and now we can give the thickness or the height this time, because the thickness of this floor is 0.25 and the total height of this object actually for this rectangle should be 1.25. so we are left with 1. Move in this direction and give the value of 1, enter. Now we have to remove that rectangle. Click on that rectangle, press delete. Now we can see that this object is unioned by itself. Similarly, we have to bring these objects. Click on the object, click on move, select this corner as the base point and bring it over to this corner. Click. Similarly, click on this object, click on move, select this corner now, bring the cursor over to this point and click. Now the object is complete. Let's visualize if there is any discrepancy. So now we have to use the union command, because we can see the separating lines like over here, right? This is the floor. So now click on union command, click on this object, click on this object and click on this object. Press enter and we can see that those separating lines are vanished. Let's click on orbit and try to orbit this object so that if there is any discrepancy we can see it. Now the object looks complete. Now we have to perform this dimensioning. For that, let us go to this 3D hidden visual style. Click on SE isometric, zoom in. Now we have to create layers, so LA, enter. The color of this 0 layer should be white. Click on OK, and there should be another layer by the name of dimensions. So write dimensions, and this time the line weight should be thin, like 0.15 mm. Click on OK, click on OK. Now this is the object that is shown in this view. Now we have to perform the dimensioning, and for that we will use the front view first. Click on this UCS2 option, click on front view. Now click on this face UCS and click over here, click accept. Now click on this linear icon, click on this corner, this endpoint, and move the cursor in this direction and click. Select this object and click on dimensions, press escape and activate the dimension layer. Now click on this linear icon again, click on this object and click on this object, move the cursor in this direction and click. Now press enter again, click on this corner, move the cursor in this upward direction and click. Press enter again, click on this object, move the cursor in the upward direction, click. Similarly press enter, click on this center point, click on this perpendicular point, move the cursor in this direction and click. Now click on this 75 value, bring the cursor over to this point and move this value inside over here. Click. Press escape. Now this value looks okay. Similarly, click on this linear icon, click on this endpoint, click on this center, move the cursor in the downward direction and click. Press enter again, click on the same corner, click on this opposite corner, move the cursor below and click. Now we have to show these angles and the diameter of the circle. So click on this diameter option, click on this circle, move the cursor over to this point and click. If this doesn't look okay, click on this 0.75 value, bring the cursor over to, press escape. Now click on this face UCS icon, click over here, click accept. So we have moved this 0.75 diameter value to a little bit upper area. Click on this face UCS, click on this face, click accept. Now click on this angular icon, click onto this edge and click onto this edge as well. We can see this 60 value and we can click over here. Now let us click on this 120 angle and bring the value inside these arcs and click, press escape. So this is the 60 angle. Now we have to show this angle as well. For that, click on angular, click on this edge, then select this horizontal line, and now we can see the angle to be 25, right? So let us bring the cursor over to this side and click. Now we have to show these dimensions and the dimension over here. For that we have to select other faces, so click on this face UCS icon, click on this face, click on accept, click on this linear, click on this midpoint, click on the opposite midpoint, move the cursor over to this side and click. We can see that this 0.25 value is inverted, so press delete, click on face UCS and this time select a point near this corner, so click on accept. Now the UCS has been shifted. Click on linear, click on this midpoint, move the cursor over to this area and now we can see that the value is correct. Click. Similarly, click on this face UCS icon, click on this face, click on accept. Now here click on this origin, click on to this endpoint. Now we would want to rotate this UCS around Z axis. So for that, click on this UCS icon and now write Z, enter, and yes, then the angle should be 90, so press enter. Now click on this linear icon, click on this endpoint, click on the other endpoint, move the cursor in this direction and click. We can see that this direction looks okay. Again, we have to give this dimension as well. So for that, click on face UCS icon and now bring the origin over to this corner, click on accept. Now select front view, click on linear, select this midpoint, zoom in, move in this direction, bring the cursor over to this midpoint, track and click. Now bring the cursor outside. Now we can see that the 25 value is written okay. Click over here. We can also see that this 25 value is not at the center. So click on this 25 dimension, click on move, let us select this endpoint and then click on this midpoint, press escape. So now we can see that the value looks okay to us. click on this 25, click on this position and bring it inside, click. So now these are the dimensions which looks okay. Now turn off the grid. Now click on polar and now visualize the layout. Everything is complete. So if you have any question in this diagram, you can let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching.